What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Game Changers. I'm your host and founder, Jalen Tart, and along with me, I got Joe Robinson, Xavier Pugliese, and Raekwon Niles. So it's been a lot of crazy sports topics trending for the coming weeks, and we're going to get started with the World Series. So as of lately, the Dodgers came back from a 3-1 deficit and upset the Atlanta Braves to advance to the World Series, and the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Houston Astros to advance to the World Series. And now they're on to game 2 with the Dodgers up 1-0. So, fellas, who do you have winning the World Series, and what's the margin of games do you have the team winning by?
Oh, I'm gonna go Dodgers. I'll say in 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger, them two, they something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm also going to say the Dodgers. I'm going to say Dodgers in 6 as well.
Okay.
Gotta say, I was thinking Tampa Bay at first, but then I gotta go. I'm probably gonna reconsider and say Dodgers in 6.
Right.
Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, that whole veteran team.
Yeah.
It's their year, as David Roberts said.
I agree with everybody. Well, I slightly agree. I got the Dodgers, but I have them winning it in 5 games. Now, they do win game 2. They do play tonight. Well, yes, they do play tonight. Game 2 is tonight. Game 3 will be tomorrow, which will be Thursday. They have a good chance. If they can't stop Clayton Kershaw, because, Clayton Kershaw is very good at the beginning of the innings, but, with his history of the 6th inning going forward, he tends to struggle. But proving that he did not struggle in the 6th inning last night, and Mookie Betts playing the best baseball that he's been playing right now, people have him considering to be one of the most all-around baseball players in baseball, along with Mike Trout. And Mike Trout is not in the postseason. He's doing what he needs to do. I think Tampa Bay, they play the long ball style of game. That's what got them to the World Series. But I don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. So we're going to move forward to the NFL. It's been a lot of talk about the NFL as of lately. People have been talking about the stinking Dallas Cowboys, but that's not going to be the topic for today. So the undefeated teams, you got the Seahawks, the Titans, and the Steelers. Which undefeated team will fall first?
Don't the Steelers and Titans play each other this Sunday?
Yes, they do play each other this week. So based off of so we're gonna do it like this. So off of the Steelers and Titans game, who do you have winning that game? Who will lose or who will win?
The Steelers will win.
Okay.
Taylor Lewan down, they offensive tackle, one of the highest paid in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So without him, T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Bud Dupree, they're gonna have a field day.
Okay.
I got Tennessee.
Okay.
It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. But, if you wanted to narrow it down, it's going to be that Titans offense versus the Steelers defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with Derrick Henry in the backfield, a 6'3", 230, 240-pound back, he's probably going to be standing. He's going to try to have, a great game against a well-renowned Steelers defense.
Okay. Joe, what you got?
I'm gonna say the Steelers 23-17. With Big Ben, their rookie Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington, all those offensive weapons, I believe that Big Ben will get the job done, but Derrick Henry gonna have over 100 yards.
Okay.
Derrick Henry under 90.
So basically, for me, I have the Steelers winning the game. I trust the defense, but also you can't count out Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. So a pop-up question off of this: do you have more trust in Ben Roethlisberger or Ryan Tannehill coming into the game?
Big Ben.
Big Ben, he's a vet.
Yeah, Big Ben.
But I still got Tennessee though.
Okay.
Just barely. I'm gonna say about between 3. Between 3 to 7.
I take it back. Ryan Tannehill, I'm gonna tell you why. Ryan Tannehill has one job. Well, 2. Hand it off to Derrick Henry or hit something to play action. Big Ben, you never know what their offense can do.
Right. Because more importantly, the identity of the Steelers team is the defense. You know, they have the number 1 defense in the league right now. Big Ben is playing good football, you know, coming off of the elbow surgery. Claypool, who is a rookie, he was emerging he's trending. Claypool, and then TJ Watt, another example, emerging as one of the top defensive players in the game right now. So we're going to do a quick pitch where I'm going to ask a series of questions, and you guys have to answer the questions. So today, Stan Van Gundy got hired by the New Orleans Pelicans. Will he lead the Pelicans to the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be close because
I don't know about that.
The West is too loaded. I mean, I do believe that the Pelicans might have like a good chance, but I don't think they will make the playoffs because the West is just too loaded right now.
Mm-hmm.
They still gotta, you know, build off each other. He still gotta be adjusted to the team first. So
I think his coaching style.
Not next year.
I just think his coaching style is very conservative, and like with the seasons, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Zion, Josh Hart, they had all last year. I think his coaching style is the right coaching for them to actually make a possible 8 seed. But like Joe said, it's going to get close because the West is so loaded with everybody now. Especially with don't sleep on the Suns because they might make the 8 seed also with Monty Williams and Devin Booker. But with Stan Van Gundy, he has a conservative coaching style. He's slightly abrasive with it too, but I think it's it's going to get the right mindset for the Pelicans to make an 8 seed.
Okay. Which NFL rookie quarterback will finish the season with the most wins? Justin Herbert, Tua, or Joe Burrow?
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Wait, but they're 1-5 though. They're 1-5 though. So you think he's gonna lead a surge late in the season to have more wins over Joe Burrow and Tua? Now,
if that's the case, you shouldn't ask the question because Tua ain't played a game yet. So
I mean,
that's true.
But you got to think about it like this: the Dolphins are second in the what is it? Behind the Bills. They're 3.
But you said lead to wins. You didn't say because Ryan Fitzpatrick got 3 wins, not Tua.
I feel you on that. But my thing is this: he will fit in that system with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he's gonna ride. It's basically a passing of the torch. Like, here, take us to the promised land. Now, me personally, they should have waited an extra week because now they got to play against one of the best pass rushers in the game, Aaron Donald. And you don't want that. As a rookie quarterback, you don't want that.
He's going to bully the offensive line.
Now, talent-wise, I have to agree with you, Raekwon. I believe Justin Herbert will get the job done and lead the Chargers to a winning season off of this 1-5 start. Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You know, that division is it's iffy. It's an iffy division. But he has all the young pieces that he needs to help build him into the quarterback that he needs to be within the next 2 years.
He just need the offensive line, honestly.
Yes, that's all you need is an offensive line and a defense, and you're good. You got the pieces that you need. You finally got a quarterback to help build back up A.J. Green because, you know, A.J. Green was very injury-prone, and Andy Dalton was very inconsistent in Cincinnati after his short prime. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles do bring out Jalen Hurts. I wouldn't be surprised if they do lose this week against the Giants. Hopefully, I don't know if that game is away. I don't know if it's home. Joe,
the Giants is away. Yeah, Philadelphia is at home. But I wouldn't be surprised either because Carson Wentz. I mean, even though they almost beat Baltimore last Sunday, but Carson Wentz haven't been himself. I mean, this season. I mean, he's just had a down year basically. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Hurts get his chance against us tomorrow. But we're gonna come for him because listen, we barely beat Washington, and I think we're gonna get some payback to Philadelphia tomorrow night.
How many? I don't think so because Carson Wentz doing what he got to do. You can't put Jalen Hurts in that situation. You get
I feel you on
Lane
that.
Johnson back, and you getting Deshaun Jackson back this week. Okay, now you getting Wentz back as weapons. Then you still got Alshon Jeffrey to come back. So I mean, I think you still get Wentz some time.
Right.
Yeah, like I agree with Raekwon. Like give Wentz some time, especially if you put up 28 points and almost beating one of the best overall defenses of all time in 4 quarters. Then like there's a possibility. Yeah, you really just gotta like stick with Wentz for a minute. Right. I mean, give Jalen Hurts some playing time. Honestly, like put him at quarterback a few plays, see what you can do with his legs. But keep Carson Wentz, even though he's not 100% right now, keep him in so you can keep that offensive movement, that consistency for a renowned, well-known quarterback of Wentz.
Okay, so another question.
That's true.
Should the Rockets trade James Harden or Russell Westbrook?
Westbrook, hands down.
Yeah, that's not even a debate right there.
Okay.
Trade Westbrook. Let him go to Philadelphia or something.
But who would you get though?
Draft picks because they don't have none.
They need a big man first.
Yeah, they definitely need a big man.
I agree.
I think draft picks. They ain't got enough for the next 3 or 4 years because they traded for Westbrook.
Right.
That's a good point. Point. The Dallas situation. You know, their defense is very bad. Should Jerry Jones fire Mike Nolan?
Isn't this Mike Nolan first year, right?
Yes, but you know, he hasn't been the defensive coordinator of any team since 2015.
In 2015, what team was he for?
I can look and see real quick. But
I
know he was with New Orleans. He was with New Orleans as a linebacker coach for 3 seasons. Let me see. Honestly, me personally, they gotta fire him. They gotta fire him. Because one, Mike McCarthy hired him. So I mean, your defense is one of the worst defensive teams in almost the hit. They're on the path to be one of the worst teams in history since the 61 Oakland Raiders, 2-12. You know, they always got ran. Yes, they always got ran out of the building. They always, you know, it's bad.
It is bad.
For you to lose a game to a quarterback to throw 9 passes, that's terrible. That's beyond terrible.
And I'm not even sure if Kyler Murray passed over 200 yards Monday night. I think he passed with like 181. But yeah, you can't lose to a quarterback. I mean, even though he can do it with both his arm and his feet, you can't lose to a quarterback that completed ball about 9 times.
So Nolan was a head coach for the 49ers in 2005, and he was a former defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, the Jets, the Redskins, the Giants, the Denver Broncos, Miami, and Atlanta. So his tenure from 2012 to 2015 was in Atlanta.
I think you need to fire him.
So I think they need to fire Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones' son, because you paid DeMarcus Lawrence all that money. He's not doing nothing.
Right.
You got Everson Griffin. He's not doing nothing. I mean, you don't have you paid Jalen Smith. He's not doing nothing this year.
Right.
The other guy from Boise State, he stayed hurt. You don't have no DBs.
And that's another thing, too, is injuries. I mean,
yeah,
part of the blame is the coaching, but another part of the blame is injuries. You can't produce anything when your star players are hurt.
But who's hurt?
You know, we talked about Dak last week. You know, I believe that they're going to be in a slump now that Dak is out. But we shall see. They play the Washington. If they lose to the Washington football team 1-5, somebody's getting fired. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Somebody, yeah. If the Cowboys
something got to give,
they're going to be at Washington. If they lose at Washington, somebody's getting fired.
I feel like it's going to happen.
And we're gonna end it off like this. This is the last question. Will South Carolina beat LSU?
Yes.
I got to speak for the home team. Number 1 and 2 is we're going to upset them, but it's going to be barely. Because if LSU lost to Mississippi State and Mizzou, then there's a chance. And then we come off a big dub against Auburn, then there's a chance of South Carolina beating LSU. And, like, look at the numbers, man. We lost by 14 against Florida. We lost the 4 against Tennessee, 16th ranked Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And then we beat Auburn by 8 because J.C. Horn had a great game. Shot Smith had a great game. It all goes down to offensively. Shot Smith having another great game, but you got to go with the run more importantly because, like, LSU is DBU. I mean, we got a 5'9", 220-pound Kevin Ayers. Then back up, you got a 6'1", 210-pound, 20-pound Deshaun Fenwick.
Right.
And then J.C. Horn just got to have a great game, and the whole South Carolina defense have to have a great game as a whole to neutralize LSU at Death Valley.
Yeah, I believe South Carolina is going to upset LSU as well.
Okay.
And I don't think it's gonna be an upset. I think that win last week shows what South Carolina can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like he named the big players. I don't think it's gonna come to that no more. The receiver from Wingate who transferred and last year got cleared today, who was a big time receiver. Oh yeah, we played against him when I was at Johnson C. Smith, and he scored us like the first play of the game. So he's a big time receiver. So I think that this is gonna be a turning point. Last week win, they'll win 5 or 6 games this year.
Okay. It's gonna be close. I believe it's gonna be close, but they're gonna have to stick with the run game. I have South Carolina winning. They got to stick with the run game because you off of the backs producing against Auburn in that playing style. Colin Hill, he needs to get going. You got to get him up early.
Most definitely.
Against this LSU team, you have to score. If you do win the toss, you have to make a statement first in the first quarter. I think with Jalen Brooks, it adds more depth to the wide receiver core. It adds more length. I personally, I've never seen him play, but seeing the highlights from him, he looks like a second coming of Alshon Jeffrey, in my honest opinion.
Good.
He has potential, most definitely. He
has potential to be that, but we got to see. We will have to see him in the game.
Yeah.
That fast? I don't know. We will have to see. Next week, they'll play at home against A&M, another ranked team. If they can beat them, they might have a good shot of beating Georgia. They might have a good shot of beating Georgia. It's been a whole year, and Georgia fans are telling me, "Hey, the South Carolina game last year was a fluke." If they could beat Georgia, this will determine that last year's win was not a fluke. If they could beat them 2 years in a row.
And here's the thing, like, to come off with you about that Georgia game, real quick, it's crazy because, like, South Carolina is honestly arguably the stadium that has the most intensity in the SEC. Like, it's like, I mean, I've been in there personally as a student and as a fan. Like, it's loud in there. 80,000 people, especially if you cut it by a fourth with 20,000 people, it is still loud. It is crazy up in Williams-Brice Stadium. So it's going to get in Bennett's head and the offense and the whole Georgia team, and it's not going to go well for them. That's just my opinion. But we're going to move on.
Well, we shall see after this week. This week going to be a great week of football. You know, the Big Ten is coming back, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of NFL going on, and you got Khabib and Gaethje fighting this week, so it's a lot of sports happening on this week. So that will do it for this edition of Game Changers, and we will see y'all in the next show.
Peace, y'all.